Should we talk about Game Club?
I mean, yes, we should.
Let's
it was
do it
chapter
then.
what?
Chapter 8.
Okay.
No, chapter 9.
Chapter 9.
Chapter 9.
It's been a minute since I played it, so I'm going to let you lead the way on this one. Because I can't... How did it start out? Maybe if you tell me how it started out.
Hang on, let me
I'll
look up what the actual name of the chapter was.
I'll be able to remember it.
Chapter 9. It's called Desperate Times.
Desperate Times. Okay.
Desperate Times.
How was it desperate?
This was quite a slow and short chapter. We start off in the ship, just talking to the crew, getting everything together. Gamora had just come back with what's his face's arm.
Yeah, the reunifier.
Yeah, the Grand Unifier.
Grand Unifier. Yep.
His arm's just hanging out on the table.
Yep.
You talk to everyone. Everyone's pretty bummed about it. I don't know if I was having a graphical glitch in the asteroid field that we were in, but the asteroids were all like zebra striped.
Yeah, I think that was a graphical glitch because I don't remember that.
Some of the asteroids looked like asteroids, and some of the asteroids, the textures were like zebra stripes, but they had like depth to them.
Yeah.
So it's like a wave form, a sine wave, but zebra striped. It was weird. I was like, is this a graph? Oh, nope. That's actually how they're supposed to look.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, they're trying to decide, like, I think they're trying to convince each other that they should go get Nikki, I think. I can't remember exactly how the chapter went. It's been like a month since I played it, so.
Yeah, some people wanted to get Nikki, some people didn't.
Yeah.
As usual, Rocket's like, nope.
Yeah, what a wiener boy.
Yeah. And Drax is feeling pretty down about the whole thing.
Oh, yeah, I remember a bit of this now. The only part I really remember is, like, once you finally talk to everybody, I think you have to go to bed. Is that not what happens?
No, that's the end of the chapter.
Oh, that's the end of the chapter.
That's the end of the chapter.
Okay.
So what happens is you're going to go, everyone's made up their mind to go see the World Mind and see what the hell is going on. You got to consult the World Mind to talk about talk about the cult of the Grand Unifier and everyone accepting the promise and everything's going crazy. But once you start going, some guys show up. What was his name? It's called Captain Glory. Captain Glory.
Oh, yeah,
shows
that's
up.
right. Yeah.
And wants to collect a bounty on you from the Monster Queen.
Yes. And all of a sudden, the game is like a space fight sim. Sim.
But it's probably the easiest space fight you will ever have in any game.
Obviously, it was not... They didn't build like a whole custom engine for this thing. It was just like...
No, you just fly the Milano around holding the right trigger down and just getting close to an enemy and they just die.
Exactly, and it'll teleport and you have to turn around and fly the other way and come back. And he's talking shit the whole time and then he gets blown the shit out of the sky.
Yeah, you take care of his little fighters and then he brings in his main battle ship.
Yeah.
Which it's got a couple hard points on it. You just destroy.
Yeah.
And then it teleports away. And then you destroy another thing. He teleports away. Yeah, I don't know if it was even that. It was such a departure from everything.
We did fly the Milano earlier when we were escaping.
Yeah. This didn't further the story at all, I don't think. Unless something else happens later on.
Yeah, it didn't really add anything to it.
No.
Now that I
think about it. It was just like to pad out chapter 9.
Yeah, you're pretty much right. I mean, it was kind of funny, a little bit.
It was like, hey, look at this guy from the comics we're going to throw in here.
Yeah, it didn't even like have any like character development or on any of them or anything.
No.
So maybe they just had this. They're like, we need to have a fighting flying scene here. Like, where can we slip it into the game?
Yeah,
that looked cool. I mean,
yeah, it looked cool. It was kind of fun, I guess, flying the Milano around, destroying everything super easily.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't even think that was necessary to have in the game.
No, probably not. You're probably right, though. It was just like to pad it out a bit. Otherwise, if that wasn't in there, the game would have been 5 minutes shorter than it is.
Yeah.
So was it needed? Probably not.
Yeah, I don't know. And then once that's done, we head to Xandar to talk to the World Mind.
Yeah.
And everywhere around there are refugees who are fleeing from the cult and the promise.
Yeah, because
so many
apparently
ships.
the cult is just taking over every system like
crazily.
So everyone's trying to flee away from them.
Yeah.
And the Novacore whatever are supposed to be helping everybody, but they're just turning everybody away. Like, there's nothing we can do. Sorry.
Yeah.
But then you start talking to
you go into you log in.
Yeah.
To look at some stuff on the World Mind network.
Yes. There's lots of stuff to look at.
Yeah, yeah. And you can try and join the Corps.
Yeah.
And then you can see the officers directory, and then you can eventually pay your fine, which is what you need to do.
Yeah, that's the way you actually get the World Mind to actually talk to you, is say like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm going to pay what we owe. And when you do that, they start to talk to you.
Yeah.
And you get into a debate with the World Mind, like, trying to convince it to help, basically.
Yeah.
And you have to like choose your words, and basically the thing is that the World Mind's like, well, there's nothing we can do. This is magic. Like,
we don't understand it.
We don't understand magic. There's nothing we can do.
Yeah, they don't know how to quantify the faith energy.
Yeah, exactly.
That is being harvested from everybody.
And like Peter is just like, well, just isn't the way, I don't know what magic or what energy they're using, but isn't it like that, just like magic? Like, can't you just figure it out or whatever? While we were talking to the World Mind at the end, it told me, like, I didn't sway the World Mind.
I didn't sway the World Mind either.
Yeah.
The World Mind was pretty cool. It was it's like a collective of intelligences in a AI.
Yes.
So it's constantly switching voices.
Yeah.
It was going from a male voice to a female voice and like slowly morphing in between. It was kind of cool.
So, and like the representation of the World Mind was like a giant, like shield looking face.
Yeah, like the Novacore logo crest with a face on it.
Outside of a ship.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like face to face. We were still in our ship. We were hailing them, but there's like a giant like space face.
Giant space face.
Looking
giant
at us.
starred space face. Yeah. Yeah, I did not convince the World Mind.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah, and so I paid my fine.
I didn't.
I was like, yeah, I'll just pay my fine.
I took my money back. I was like, forget these guys. They're not getting anything from me. They're not going to help anybody. They don't need my money.
Yeah, and then the World Mind's like, well, they're coming. We're leaving. We're not helping anybody. We're just here to preserve the culture of Xandar. We're not here to help anybody.
Yeah.
And so they peace out.
Yeah.
The Grand Unifier ship shows up. All the refugees start accepting the promise, and you eventually get the heck out of there.
As one does.
As one does.
Yeah.
And then talk to the crew a little bit.
Yes.
And it's time to go to sleep.
Yeah, so what Peter Quill costume were you wearing during this whole thing?
I was wearing the standard one.
I was wearing the young Peter Quill outfit.
The creepy young Peter Quill one.
So, like, in this, you go to sleep and young Peter Quill comes to talk to you. And I'm like big young Peter Quill. So I have a mullet and I wear the same jacket. It was so weird.
Yeah, so you have this whole dream sequence.
Yeah.
Where the thing that infected everybody, the like swirly whirly thing you see in chapter 1 that you release, starts to chase you and the team.
Yeah.
And it starts to suck up all your team.
Yeah, they're getting slurped.
They're getting slurped up, and then you turn, you have a chat with your younger self, and then you just turn and you start fighting the thing.
Yeah.
And then Drax wakes you up.
Yeah. It was an interesting scene. I just was, it really took me out of it when like I was like young, old Peter Quill.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But when you're fighting the little thing in the little dream, you don't have a gun. You're just using your finger guns.
What? Really?
I'm pretty sure he didn't have guns.
I had the elemental guns.
No, he was shooting like he had them in his hand. But I thought
weird.
maybe I missed it. Maybe it was a graphical glitch or something like that. But he just had his hands and he was shooting like, like a blaster from his finger. So, Drax wakes you up, and then what happens? Anything? That's the end of the chapter, right?
Is that the end of the chapter?
Well, I don't remember. It's been so long since I played it.
So you wake up. I don't know if it's the start of chapter 10, and I'll tell you. And it's like Drax starts talking to you really strangely.
Oh yeah.
And then it's like, what's going on here, Drax?
He's accepted the...
and then his eyes start glowing blue, and it turns out he's accepted the promise. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
I actually had a what moment. I was like, come on, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah.
And yeah, Drax has accepted the promise.
Yeah, well, we'll have to beat the crap out of him, I guess. Who knows? He's been like the sort of guy, even in one of the earlier chapters, he was sort of hanging back while we were going forward, and he's like, well, why even bother?
Yeah.
Like, what's the point?
He's being a negative Nancy for sure.
I mean, everybody's negative in this Guardians of the Galaxy, man. Yeah. Except Peter, I think, is the only sort of positive one, really. Well, maybe Groot.
Well, Peter, you can make him be positive or you can make him be negative.
Well, that's true. I guess I've been playing him as positive.
Yeah, I've been playing him pretty positive as well.
And Groot's always positive, too. But, I mean, Gamora, Rocket, and Drax are always kind of like Debbie Downers.
Yeah. The llama's always happy as well.
Oh, that's true. It ate a hole through the wall and was sleeping in my bed. God damn. I wonder what happens if you didn't keep the llama.
I don't know.
Or if you even can't keep the llama. I wonder if there's like, it gives you the like facade of like having choice, but when you happen to say the one it doesn't want you to do, like Rocket will be like, no, we're keeping the llama. So who knows?
Yeah. Don't know.
Yep. So I'm excited to see where it goes for the next chapter.
Yep. Should be pretty intense.
Yeah, we'll see anyway.
Might have to beat the crap out of Drax.
Yeah, maybe. Jettison in outer space.
Yeah. Who knows?
Oh, yeah. Didn't we get jettisoned in outer space as well at one point? I seem to remember we got
a couple chapters ago.
That was a couple chapters ago? Okay.
A couple chapters ago, I think.
Yeah, I couldn't
Might be misremembering, though.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah, true. So, yeah, that's the Guardians of the Galaxy Game Club.
Yeah.
We could slide right into the news.
Let's slide right in.
Related news things.